absolutely correct in saying that. This is like two kids on the playground. It's like, my dad's bigger than your dad. No, my dad's bigger than your dad, because none of them have shown coastline yet. This is a totally new thing, and it's like they're threatening to have a fist fight against each other, but you just don't know who's going to come out on top. So in my mind, looking at it with CYCLOPS being the ones that are going here, they're very sure that their dad is bigger than Guts' dad.
Do people actually say that?
It was a thing in the UK. Like,
I mean,
my brother's bigger than your big brother.
You know, in London, they also don't say hi to anybody. But, I mean, we never did that.
Look, the UK is just a weird place, right? Especially where Gio's from. It's really weird down there. That's why no one likes to go there. Anyway, we are into bans. DeKB going to be one of the more interesting ones we've seen coming out lately to kick things off. That's coming out of CYCLOPS. Monty follows up for Guts.
Hasn't Dokkaebi even been used?
She was used in the last series as a 6th pick. If you remember.
The last match? Yeah, I mean, I know I saw it like when we were analyzing it, but not like when we were casting.
No, not in this game, no.
I'm basically a bit confused as of why Dokkaebi has
They love the mute ban.
They do.
I'm all about it. Let's bring it. It's like when teams, I mean, BDS was the team that I remember first banning away Wamai, right? And that forced a lot of teams to have to change because they grew a very big reliance on the Jaeger-Wamai combo. Whereas now it comes down to, well, you can't block our intel so easy, so you've got to start getting ready to play around us being able to get drones inside of the site and having a good idea on where you are.
No mute Muzzy combo. Going to be able to stop 3 of them. You have to shoot the rest. And seeing that Yana instantly being picked up by Yura basically functions as an extra drone.
Some teams really swear by her, but a lot of teams don't.
To be honest, right? If you're playing an information-heavy game, Yana is a very good operator to use because, you know, it recharges over time. I think that if you use it like from the get-go and you keep on using it, you can use it like 4 or 5 times if it gets destroyed every single time, but you can like use it about like 10 to 20 times if you actually disable it yourselves.
Are you feeling the same as me right now? We both just looked at each other like, whoa, those grenades are really loud in areas. Both reach for the panel like, turn it down quick.
50%.
It's just, we're involved, we're invested in the game. It's like you've taken us and dropped us onto coastline itself. Round number 1. CYCLOPS are starting out on the defense. We alluded earlier on to the fact that Coastline has an awful defensive record here in APAC. 32% win rate on rounds across the whole stage. So fair to say you're leaning towards Guts having a good first half here. But as said, neither of these teams have played it. If they have played each other on it previously rather than Villa, maybe that 32% would be a very different number.
Well, Gio also said that we have to expect a lot from Guts on their defense. But if you're looking at the percentages, then I'm not sure on a map like Coastline they're going to be able to do too much there. So they really need to make a difference on their attacks.
That was the thing that we said about Villa. Hopefully here it is a tad different. No. Anderton, jump out the window. It's not a long fall, mate. You can kill someone. But no. Ash is safe. No one's outside double window. There's nothing else to worry about. Very, very usual to have a Vigil playing out towards the east side of the map, whether it's upstairs or down, just trying to waste a bit of time and force those that are trying to drop inside a penthouse to clear things out to have to take a bit of a duel against you first ahead of anything else. Black Ray's the one holding inside a Sunrise and is surrounded on all sides, it feels, by members of Guts, but I'm not sure any are too aware of his presence right now. You might see a drone or two come flying through in a second. There we go, Giora coming in.
I was going to say, watch to the left just so you find out where he is. Drone hole attempted to be used, but not going to be able to find anybody yet. Light very close to actually being able to be picked up from that drone hole.
He's got to be careful. All right.
Careful indeed.
Okay, double window.
But that actually leaves him more vulnerable because that is going to be susceptible for a jump out or actually a spray through the window. Is Black Ray able to pick up the kill onto JJ? The buck gone. That also does leave Light into a dangerous position. He cannot just go off the rappel that easy, but he cannot also freely use it here as the incendiaries are being used. Suzu has to run. He has to get out, but he will fail to do so. He will be picked up. C4, however, from below will be able to get the response onto Lily, so it's not completely a free trade to come through. Crazy Papillon will be trying to go for the plant in the meantime, as no one is going to be left there to actually try and cancel. Look at that, so many of the members are not going to be able to do anything. C4 rings over, that will not hit him, it's too short. The diffuser goes down, but it's only up to Crazy Papillon now. 1v4 Des, 37 seconds to go. Will they make it?
They're saying, hey man, if you want to get that plant down, you go for it. It's going to cost you your whole team's lives. Crazy Papillon somehow walks away unscathed, but is in a spot here where he has the angle, he has the gun, and he has time on his side. 23 seconds, that means this has got to come in real quick from the boys on the defensive side. Despite a numbers advantage, no one's really moving. Boys, You got to make something happen here or this round's going to be done and dusted. Crazy Papillon still holding, challenges one near, brings down the multi. It's a 1 versus 2. There's 8 seconds left on the diffuser. How has he done it? It's a triple kill for himself.
He doesn't know.
It's a no.
Oh, he got
it! But only just literally
Oh my God.
What?
Why the rounds like this all the time, Des?
Bullets sing past his head. None quite connected. You can just see as he puts it down as well. The bullets hit next to him. Woo! Squeaky bum time. We're in for a good game, ladies and gents. Be ready.
Oh my God! Like, I don't even get why the Jaeger did not even punch in the window.
Why are they doing
where
this
he
to
was,
us?
Des. He shot in the stun, right? So they knew exactly where he was, and instead they just peeking him with 2 people at the same time from the same angle. Open up the window on the side. You're gonna be able to shoot him from there, you know. And then if he doesn't, then the guy moves in from the pool. No, it doesn't matter in the end. They won the round, but it could have been a bit cleaner. Anyway, Guts Gaming, they managed to get that plan down. Almost got that clutch as well.
You forget how hard words are to say when you're excited sometimes.
I
It was just a bunch of rubbish that came out of our mouths, I think. And no doubt probably
isn't that always the case?
a few expletives probably coming singing out of Crazy Papillon there because he'd done the hard yards. He'd won 3 separate 1v1s. He'd been in the firing line and walked away unscathed, and all it came down to was rushing into the site and tapping that pulse on the head. He wasn't even moving or shooting back. That's how easy it should have been. CYCLOPS, very fortunate to get one of those rare defensive rounds on Coastline.
I mean, I get what he was trying to do. He wanted to wait for like...
Did you just not know that thing was on the floor?
No, I almost tripped over my own.
Hat was nearly on his backside.
Anyway.
He didn't know about the thing on the floor. Very
I was
good.
going to say, like, you wanted to wait until the timer hit 7, because if you actually forced him to get off the defuse at that moment in time, you won the round even if you lose the gunfight. However, he did not know. He was already busy for 6 seconds in that case. So there was not that much time left. And thus, indeed, as you said, a very rare defensive round and one that CYCLOPS will cherish.
It was basically just being like, peasants, throw yourself in front of the Zofia so I can defuse. And they were like, I give our lives willingly, my lord.
Protect Mr. President.
That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
Turned into a VIP round, and hey, it works, it works. You get the round win, who cares how it is achieved. Round number 2, we're going to go to Sunrise and Blue Bar. Downstairs version of Hookah and Billy's that we saw not too long ago, and a big focus coming in towards Office out of Guts. No resistance being shown by CYCLOPS. Normally you'd see 1 or 2 members holding around here and security to challenge. Well, as it stands, I said, if you want that, you can have it. We'll just try and contest you to the north. A very heavy kitchen hold, as well as inside of Sunrise itself. You can see where CYCLOPS are really hedging their bets.
I like those punch holes. It's something that we talked about before. It just
we spoke
makes
about it yesterday.
People afraid of actually going there because, you know, someone could just be popping up from there.
They can be ready and waiting and deadly. Or no one's there and you just kind of, you know, filling yourself with paranoia for no good reason.
I mean, that's the case right here.
Exactly.
No one playing behind it. He can just push, and a simple drone is going to be able to give you that information. So Europe will be getting that information right now.
And down the drone.
But his drone gets taken out, so he has no clue where that was actually from, and they will be shot from an actual bullet hole. You're going to be droning out all these punch holes, and then the bullet hole is going to be what actually might come back to kill you. He will be aware now, though.
It's all about wasting time, though, and drones, nothing else as well. He's gone through 2 so far, and we are 90 seconds into the round, and even finds a kill. He's done more than enough.
Oh my God!
Beautiful!
What
What a man out of Gatorada. 2 kills for them here in this round, or for him in particular. What more can he do? Because right now he is the disruptor in this round. A 3rd kill comes through. Black Ray onto Lily down the long corridor. It's all coming up CYCLOPS so far, Hap.
It definitely is. It's all up to Light and JJ now. He's going to be able to find at least 1 kill as Black Ray gets taken out. It's only up to Light and the Buck, as we said before. Are they going to be able to find the last 4? That's the question. There's going to be 50 seconds left. There's plenty of time. Spots out 1 player. He's not going to be able to get any hit down yet. Flashbang will be tossed in to try and aid him with the push upstairs, but he's not definitely sure where this player is, and already rotated on, long gone. Suzu into the hallway. Anaton, however, gets down somehow by Light.
Ooh.
Was it JJ?
It was JJ,
it was JJ to come in, so we're in an effective 2-on-3 situation. Guts Gaming are trying to fight back, but they still haven't fought and haven't found Gatorada, the man who completely dismantled them before. But here comes the peak. Light should be able to get it, but he secures. No, he doesn't even secure the kill.
Him?
So that's the drone basically now. They're going to be able to get quite some information now. Doesn't secure on the 2nd try as well. There we go. Finally, that's the case. But the diffuser is dropped from the start on already in that window, Des. And that's the big thing. Shotgun from above.
Easy.
Finishes off 1. Suzu gets the kill. And it's CYCLOPS to finish it off. Gatorada, huge round, dropping the diffuser. and getting quite some extras.
I just didn't fully grasp there how for a second when he ran down through the hallway there wasn't someone watching. I thought they were playing in the back of kitchen, but believed they were actually inside a service. Of course, seeing the one on the ground, your number one attention when you run into a room if someone is down is to worry more about who might be protecting him or using him as bait. So good call. Still managed to find the kill regardless. 2 rounds to Cyclops on the defense, and already we are violating the written laws of APAC here, I think, Hap. One more round and that's it. Suddenly, things are looking good and attackers actually aren't so strong on this map like we thought.
Then that 30% is also not really going away as we might expect it to be. As right now, Cyclops definitely showing up more confident and more consistent as they were.
I would hate for this to be the inverse of what happened on Villa, right? Where 5 rounds wins in the first.
You're right around in the attack. Oh well. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
It's the magical formula.
It's the magical formula. It's cast a curse, everybody. If we say something is going well, it often does not right after.
No. The laws of man are cruel. Kitchen and service. Going to be the 3rd site on Coastline. That pulse making a return once again. Maybe not to the same extent that we'd seen it be as effective on Villa. And definitely less C4s being brought along full stop by the defensive side, but 3 lots of barb. Isn't it like you see that every single day? More about us trying to stop the side of Guts from pushing in fast, pushing in aggressive, and catching them unawares. Cyclops making sure all of their back angles are covered.
Putting down the Evil Eye just in the right time. Often a bit late, and that could result into an early kill if the members of Guts Gaming would have been aware. Not the case. Window being prepped right there to make sure that Anaton can go for a jump out. Gatorella doing the same right here in the front part of the things, in the eastern side. And that's all catering into potential jump outs to come through.
I saw him there for a second. They got the flash that he was down in the main lobby.
This is dangerous. I mean, not careful. Complete opposite right here as the hatch gets opened up. It's not going to be followed up with actually someone checking it. Gatorella could have been picked up there.
He was caught only briefly by surprise, but still in a spot where the angle to get a kill onto him straight away was not the easiest to grasp. So he will keep himself alive inside of VIP for the meantime. You got Anaton playing down inside of Aqua, so all the right angles being held if you were defending Hookah and Billiards, which we are not, let's not forget. So it's more trying to just waste time on the top floor. We always use this site as an example of a retake site. You tend to concede control of the site itself, you step away, you let its attackers push in, and you try and collapse them when they go for a plant once they have that vertical control. They are holding close though. They found that one opening kill onto Eurus. The Yana's gone down of all operators to die early. Quite a strange one. But just look at the gatekeeping they're doing here. They're saying, nope, Coastline, you need a member's card. You guys don't have one. You haven't paid your dues, so you shall not be allowed inside.
Lily right here will be stunned out just a little bit by the Grismop mine that was deployed. Anaton now going aggressive right here. Won't be able to pick up the kill. Maybe, yes, no, he messes it up. Window gets sponged in though. Gatorella not able to respond as of yet, and thus will decide to fall back. His life is more valuable later on. Hatch gets opened up, I believe, by Suzu to allow Gatorella to jump down if he needs to just to rotate back towards the side or near side. His light not in a position to take down Black Ray as he rotated into the actual side. Might have been on the angle, but not able to get the trigger quite down at the right timing. There's 65 seconds left. Things slow down, Des. They're trying to get the information in. Drones are being taken out as Black Ray pushes himself forward.
He's processing the membership form. In no big rush, though. 4 versus 3. It's always the clock that I look at and just think, I know how it becomes the 6th man for the defenders when it starts running too low. And we're still ignoring the site, let's not forget. There's a lot of focus around the map, but not really towards the objective. And we already saw that bite them in the last round when it came to trying to pick up the diffuser. There was a shotgun up yonder waiting for them.
Definitely waiting indeed. Barbed wire now being hit. Spots coming through as well. Suzu hoping to pick up one. Will be potentially swapping over to... No, it seems to be just fire right now coming through. It's going to be another kill to come in. Gatorada to pick up one. Putting down a bit of damage right there into Crazy Papillon. The flank already comes in. It's going to be the double kill from Black Ray to come in. Blue bar right there. And Cyclops to win round number 3. Basically in control throughout the entire round. There was no control from Guts Gaming whatsoever. And Black Ray just lines them up. Pulls the trigger. And finishes them off.
I want to say it again, Hap.
What do you want to say again?
Too hot for a game of Siege.
That is definitely true.
This is the thing. I want to get excited and be like, wow, they're 3 rounds on defense. This is above average performance for the defensive side on Coastline.
We saw how it can swap around within a second.
You know it. You know that nothing stays true in this game. Like, a team can be doing so well, and before you know it, it's like, oh, it's 6-0, and now it's 6-6. What the bloody hell just happened?
What did we just witness? How can we not close this out? As Jess would say, hello?
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 By definition, the word hello means an expression of surprise and excitement at unexpected events.
Well, what are you doing?
And Jess's face is just next to it in the book.
Basically.
No longer is it a greeting. That's not allowed.
That's hi from
It's not how we work here in Siege.
Hello is now confusion.
With the rotation back to the starting site, Hookah and Billiards going to be able to kick things off.
They won 3 in a row there, so I mean they do not have much option left, do they?
They do not. I mean, they could go from Penthouse if they wanted to.
But I mean,
I think it's been played once in APAC North and it was lost.
Yeah.
So there is a chance a team might try it.
Available, so they could potentially use that to make it a bit more viable, but I have to agree with you.
I can't think of the number of arguments I've had with people when playing the game who are just like, oh, go to Penthouse. I'm like, honestly, I don't think I've ever played ranked to see a team win that site. Ever.
To be like when Coastline just came out with the addition of course Mirror and Jackal, it was a very valid bomb set. People were actually able to win on it consistently, but as the game progressed and as Mirror got banned basically every single time for like the past year, we never really saw it anymore. So it's underdeveloped, I dare to say, at this very moment.
There was a good saying that someone gave to me. I think it was Demo who told me actually. He was like, Mirror makes undefendable sites good and makes good sites impenetrable. That's how he described it. And I was like, that is a very good way of looking at it. She does make things possible that should be impossible. And Lily is on his own mission impossible, bringing down Gatorada nice and early. So the survivor in previous rounds who has done so much damage into the Guts Gaming lineup is like, hey, it's free, bro. It's free. It's an easy kill onto a C4 wielding operator. We're not going to say no.
Kind of confused that it got killed through the drone all there. Just a bit of a spray.
What the? I was going to say.
It's a Gemini.
I tell you what, it still baits me even to this day. It's incredible.
I mean, you can apparently cancel the Gemini, and that kind of gets me every now and then. As soon as the hologram comes up, they cancel it, and like they run, and then they suddenly start shooting. I'm like, what?
And don't forget that Mute Protocol event is basically taking that to the next level.
That is taking it to the next.
Feel sorry for us, guys. We can't play that for another week or so. Unless you guys have got laptops, actually. You're lucky.
I got a laptop. I could have downloaded the game.
Oh, man.
Play it here.
I want a round.
I'm confused. Not confused.
Milosh is mocking me. Dad, tell him off.
No, you're dead.
Can I get Gio just to stare at him menacingly? That normally works.
Just talking an annoying accent. Anyway. Right now.
That's me who has a problem with that, as you say. Milush.
3-5 right now. It is Guts Gaming. I have an opportunity to pick up a round right here as we are going back. Well, we're already back in Hookah Billiards. But still, they do not have all control that's necessary. But there is still plenty of time to get that control. Anderton, however, is on the brink of a jump out. There he goes, jumping out. Will be able to potentially find a kill. Yes, he will. We'll drop the diffuser as well.
He's done this 3 or 4 rounds.
How are you allowed to do that? This is absolutely unwarranted. As he goes for a jump, gets it too. Anderton absolutely going crazy. I'm saying, like, Guts have an opportunity of winning this. And then Anderton jumps out the window, completely disproves that theory. I have no clue what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to APAC. If you like these plays, make sure to tune in again.
Guts Gaming is contributing to his frag movie there, I think.
Yes.
We were talking about new applicants to the new James Bond film, and clearly he wanted to make himself a known case, and Guts were kind enough to help him out. Despite being in the 5 versus 3, it's now down to a 3 versus 2 against them, and Cyclops are in a spot where they can look to do some damage here. You're looking around the Vigil still being alive. Normally,
a single point of damage, Des.
He's still finding his way up the stairs, knows where the head is as well, doesn't quite find the win. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Heaven knows at this point, Euro's going to find a kill onto Ayagator, so now it is down to Anderson. Ace or bust, my friend. Can you do it to keep this round going to your team's side? 15 seconds. This basically means there is a second man for them. Runs around the corner, and of course it's a copy. He knows the man ain't getting baited in. This is his James Bond film, but can he stop the plant going down?
God, yes!
Gets one. It's a quadra kill. One left. Going for the plant, and they know the time is out. There's 4 seconds to go. Will he have time? Can he win? The head-to-head right here. The plant's going to go down. Swings down. He does! The ace in there. That's his show reel. James Bond is his new name. He's coming up big for his team there. Cyclops not to be deterred. 4-0 on the defense.
Cyclops who? It's Anderton Athletes Gaming right here, dude.
Anderton Athlete Gaming. No, Cyclops Anderton Gaming, and that way they can get the tag.
That is true. Come on, let's go. Beautiful play, Anderton.
Just please, can we interview Anderton? Please. I want to see his face.
Milosh, please. Give us Anderton. All right.
Spin that one for us.
Spin that one.
Oh,
4 Des, and it looked like it might have been going to 3-1, and then suddenly, you know, you have that one player that stands out every now and then.
Let's not forget, because back on Villa, we referenced this a few times, when you get this stroke of luck, the stroke of brilliance, dare I say, that comes through for some teams, just to take charge of a round, do the impossible, do the things that everyone would look at on paper and say, there's no way this ever works out in their favor. Those are the kind of rounds we always reference, and Anderton in that case does not lose those.
You know what I wrote down in my pre-event prep?
I can't say I did, but go for it.
Anderton needs to show up. Well, he did.
See, funnily, he's the player that I referenced on the desk at the very start of the day and said he had a wonderful Japanese Pro League. When they won the whole thing, he was one of the most valuable players. Corporal Gamer, I respect you. Try not to get fired because you need money.
You need money.
Man needs money. Man needs a lot of enjoyment, and Rainbow is bringing a lot of it right now. But on that point again, for Anderton, not silent in the normal season, but was definitely kind of one of the... He fit in with the rest.
Expected more of him.
Exactly. He didn't stand up to the level that we saw in the Japanese Pro League, but I think with a play like that, you can say, you know what, mate, take a rest, take a break, have a Kit Kat, because that was the kind of stuff you need to see. Please tell me you get that reference.
I get it.
Thank you. Take a break.
We're not sponsored by Kit Kat here.
Or the chocolate bars are available, as we used to have to say.
Oh, look at that kill again coming through Anderton. Going insane.
Is he out another window again? No, not yet.
He's sitting
Give
at a
him
window.
time.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's been him and Alligator have been jumping out of windows every other round so far, so give it time, give it time. Where have we seen this before?
This is basically the same thing we've seen before, and Gatorada will just follow him now. But instead, this time a drone will actually come in, and then will give away the position of Gatorada. He's going to be able to take care of the drone, though. Goes for the rotate, not wanting to stick on there for too long. That's right now. It's going to be Guts Gaming bringing in that finger. They said it's time for a change. They need to bust things up.
And that's why they've got the thinker on side. It's like in some weird film when it's like the goodies think they've won and the bad guys like open a massive garage and there's a big tank in there or something. Right now, you're looking towards those frag grenades coming out of Euro, who finally has decided, you know, Iana's better time is better spent on the moon. It's clearly not here on coastline in the sun. She doesn't do too well. She prefers the cold.
What are you doing? How does he get up there? He just walks up, gets the kill.
Almost found a second there as well for a brief second.
Indeed.
Unbelievable. I wonder how many of those kills have come from runouts. At least half.
Can we get a statistic? How much seconds of the round are spent outside, and how many kills does he get within these seconds?
KD in those exclusive moments would be unbelievable.
Oh man, a lot of information here being fed to the rest of Cyclops, as Gatorada will be following out these players from below without any risk whatsoever. And I'm not sure how many C4s they have left. There might be 3 in this case. There we go, 3 C4s they have available to them. And they start opening up from above right now. And you know what that means? That means that a C4 might just be tossed up and find 1, maybe 2 more kills. And if that's the case, before they even find a response, it's a round for Cyclops. And
needless to say,
there we go, C4 out as well.
Cyclops are normally very good at this whole C4 thing, not finding a kill here, but a couple of kills on their side is never going to go amiss, because most importantly, the Finker is gone. That HP boost, that ADS speed has been removed. They're going to have to find a better way of dealing with what's going on. They've got the Capitão on side, mind you, so there's smoke, there's fire. They say there's never really smoke without fire, but there can be here, hopefully enough for them to be able to take around. All utility still on side, 40 seconds to go. And here comes the execute point for them as all this utility will start raining through. Sadly, Wamai exists. He is a thing.
He's indeed a thing. We'll be able to take down one of these incendiary bolts.
Very good.
However, will be taken down as the second one gets popped in. Indeed, very good. Crazy Papillon getting that kill will allow them to open up a bit. I have to breathe still because it didn't do that ever since that ace to come through. And well, they have a bit of an opening now.
15 seconds.
15 seconds indeed. They need to get behind the bomb chassis, get that plan down. But if you're going to be slow peeking it like that, you might lose your head. It's Crazy Papillon now moving through. Light will be able to pick 1 kill, gets the second one as well. Nice. The cover is there. It's only up to 1 man now, and it's Gator. I believe he's playing from the vertical, but he will be taken out by JJ indeed. Nice round from Guts Gaming. They will get their first one on the board finally. It should have been the last one if we're totally honest, but they got it now.
That setup and execute was near perfect. The right way of doing things there is to make sure you've got these angle covered, where as soon as they hear the diffuser going down, you know defenders are going to appear from. They had the upstairs, they had a couple playing inside of the entrance itself from pool. Everything just came right for them there. Maybe a little bit lax on the side of Cyclops to give them that much ground, but let's think back to Villa. That one crucial round that forced us all the way through to overtime, that's now on the board for the side of Guts.
That could be the crucial round indeed. That's on the board right now, but I mean, to be honest, we expected some more attack rounds by now. So I'm not sure, but we might just get to see the 5-1 again and see it completely turn around in this case, as the Jekyll now will be brought instead of the Diana.
Just changing things up in the last couple of rounds. Why not? Don't blame them. I mean, they've had a lot of trouble with Gator and Anderson being out of every window that exists, it feels like, on this map. So, I get it. Is it coming a little bit too late? Probably fair to say. And you see the castle coming along here as they go towards Sunrise and Blue. Or is this inside a kitchen? No, it's kitchen. Why did I think I was looking down the corridor then for some daft reason? I don't know, Hap. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Help
understand
me.
your mind either, Des. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither.
I cannot help you. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah. They'll be able to tell me why I confuse sites. That's what they're experts in, apparently.
Oh well. See default openings coming through. A bit of an extension actually inside the bars will most likely hint into the fact that one of the players will be present there and most likely play there until he dies.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so they are doing a hold above and trying to waste some time upstairs, as we saw from the last time they played on this site. In fact, they did a really good job of forcing all the action away from the sites itself. If you recall, there was a good scrap inside of Hookah and Billiards. There was a scrap going on inside of Aqua. Office downstairs, moved across in towards security. CYCLOPS have done a really good job of baiting Guts away from the site and saying, guys, look, we're over here. Please put all your focus on this side of the map. And Guts were more than happy to oblige. So unless they can make use of this Jackal in quick time to get rid of those that are on the roam, this might well end up going the same way.
Look at the same way indeed as Lily gets the first one. Anaton will be taken out, and that means Lily will be working in his opening KD just that bit, as we said before, that needs to happen. And so both the players we told that had to step up for the rest of the team are doing that right now. However, Guts are still on one round, and if they lose another 3, they're out of the major. They will be eliminated, so they definitely need to step it up now.
Where is it? There it is. Where is it? I can hear it. It's annoying me. Finally managed to shut down that annoying noise, and Lily shuts down the annoying Suzu in this case. That's Maestro off the board, so those evil eyes shall move no more. Feed information they can, but move they cannot.
Now Gatorada, the man that will have to make the difference, as A-Gator right here has a shotgun hole. We'll be hoping to use that as light as close. Now A-Gator...
Sound like you're doing golf.
What do you mean?
You're doing like golf. It's a very kind of waiting for the action here. Waiting for the swing.
Yeah, no, I mean...
It's cool.
Gotta calm it down every now and then.
Yeah, I dig. I'll get a cup of coffee, I'll let you crack on.
Gatorada is trying to actually bait them in, but he will be taken out instead. So that's not going to be happening, but still A-Gator is ready on the actual shotgun here. Might be able to pick up that kill. And slowly comes through. No, not just yet. We're waiting patiently for this kill to come out.
It's like a mouse sniffing around a mousetrap for the cheese,
just
right?
Give it
like,
to us by now. We want to see other people do stuff too. Oh, there we go. JJ will be opening up instead.
They've still got so much time to play with here, Guts, as well. 50 seconds on in a 5 versus 2. Now, I don't want to turn around and say it's impossible, because we've already seen Anaton pull off an incredible ace to win an unwinnable round, in essence. But it feels like this is the one where Guts should be able to make the magic happen and get themselves a second round on the board. That smoke going off into service entrance. Iregate is going to start feeling that heat real soon, both from downstairs and from in towards the main entrance. 30 seconds still to go.
Oh, he's in between 2 right now. Lily will get that beacon, gets the kill. It's all up to A-Gator now in a 1-5. 20 seconds. If he can stop them from actually going down for a plan, this could be winnable.
Does his feet just narrowly know?
Doesn't, but he does see someone right next to him. Oh, dude, what are you doing? This is going so messy. And eventually Guts Gaming will be able to pick up the kill. Gonna be scared. I think he could just sit put. If he didn't do anything right there, I think he would have actually survived that.
3K for Lily as well, alongside an entry kill. That's one thing that we said before was missing from him in his performance. And we've just seen it. And it does give Guts a bit more of a lifeline, a bit more padding between victory and defeat, dare we say. 4-2 to CYCLOPS after that half. It doesn't feel that way, given how that went. Let's not forget again, very attacker-leaning map. 4 rounds is an anomaly for CYCLOPS coming out the back of this. They get to go onto the attacking side. And given this was their map pick, you would hope they've got a very, very solid game plan coming into this.
Well, I mean, it already looked like they had a solid game plan going into this first half. So let's see if they can actually push that through onto the second half right now. Because we saw it the last time around, if you're 5-1 in front on Villa, it does not mean you're guaranteed to win. We went to overtime, and there an attack was won, finally, by CYCLOPS, the second one. That was necessary to get that win in. And now it's 4-2 on a attack side of map for CYCLOPS, who is on the attack. But it might not be enough because, as we said before, 2 sides to a game of Siege. And that means that Guts might just be able to just completely reverse it.
Ciano says, I accidentally woke up early and saw that the APAC major was on. Now I can't go back to sleep. Hype for the 6th major is too much for my brain.
It's too much for our brains as well.
And this is only day 1.
It's only match 2.
This is the quarterfinal. Tomorrow are the semi-finals.
Map 4.
It's going to be horrific. I recognise the name, though. He's an observer, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Oh, the NA observer, of course.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
See ya, no. I remember seeing his name before and just being like, see ya, no. Just was like, see you later, like, psych, I ain't going anywhere.
Like Fluke just entering because the doors are unlocked and now we have to work with him.
He came in pretty well dressed and prepared, though.
He did. Like it was like he was planning it. He hacked someone's phone for sure. Like the Google Drive we have with the address on it. Asked one of his buddies for a bit of help.
It's not just hacking strats anymore. It's now also lineups and dates and schedules and everything. He's in the mainframe.
He's in Hyperscape.
Hey, I like it.
There we go. Just quickly putting that one in. As Euro right here. We'll be trying to go for an aggressive peek, but we'll be shut down straight away. Blackray will be starting things off as the entry to go down towards Cyclops.
Dare you challenge me? He says, no, you dare not challenge me. I've lost
Well,
my
dared,
life.
But
and now we have nothing left in, well, how dare you challenge me then?
yeah.
That's no one left out towards the west side, mind you. You're looking towards maybe Light hanging downstairs on the Ella, but this is probably more of a late round flank. You're looking towards something like, I don't know, White Stairs or Cool Vibes might even be part of the equation, but I imagine they've got intel that he is down here. He's killed a couple of drones on his way through, so not the end of the world. At least something has come from that, and now he's going all commando. Doesn't want to get spotted by the window, so I appreciate the safety precautions being shown there.
Could be safe, you know. And now suddenly he saw Ella down there, running down servers. Like, how did he get in there? We're just watching that window. Well, snaking through. There's 90 seconds left. You see Guts Gaming trying to hold off the attack from Cyclops. We're creating these very long angles right here, all the way from blue up to sunrise and then into the kitchen. No one, however,
Meow, fly through medics. I love it. Coastline tours, bookable today.
Definitely bookable. 70 seconds, counting down. Got to rudder still on that angle, and they're hoping to find an extra entry because it's not enough. Just one is not enough. You need to get a second kill in, and from then on, you're going to be able to move through this area. Especially, well, if we get that right now, Anderton will be able to open things up. That's line to fall in 50 seconds. Lily is going to be coming on the flank, but will it be enough? Is it going to be soon enough? That's the question.
I mean, it's still at the stage where we've got 45 seconds to go, but it's a 5 versus 3. We know what can happen in these situations when put under pressure on the defensive side, and they've still got smoke canisters to play behind. But you can hear them singing out, which means that there's going to be less to delay when it does come round to the eventual execute. Cyclops are in a spot where they are squaring up, and it's targeted from behind. The Jaeger has zero idea that he was enroaching down there. It is traded out by Crazy Papillon, but he gets domed as well. Good night, says Anderson. It's a 4 versus 1. JJ has got a whole world to do here, a whole lot of good to do. Finds one, needs to find 3 more. One towards Kitchen, cannot land the shot. This one goes round to the way of Cyclops, who find themselves at 5 rounds to 2.
5 to 2, Des. 2 rounds away from making it into the semi-final, the place where they would like to be. Cyclops, of course, we expected them to be number 3, and now they're trying to show that they are indeed the superior Japanese team right here.
Number 1.
The number 1.
That's what they're shooting for. It's interesting seeing them have performances like this, because we mentioned that back in the main stage, they didn't have such a good showing. They came up against teams that I think no one would really disagree with me in saying they were the weaker teams they came up against, and didn't perform too well. They beat Q Confirm, they beat Talon, and they beat Electrify. None of those 3 teams are here. The only team they've beaten that is here at this major, even back in Phase 1, was Fav. It has been a, I wouldn't say a stage.
Well, Fav's already gone now, so
exactly.
The back in the backs. And
they were here
to their homes.
They're gone already.
Yeah.
But the point is, we haven't seen Cyclops show the capability of bringing down big teams, and
that's the difference in best of 3s. Of course, it will map number 1, but in BO3s, it's suddenly a completely different thing. You don't get to ban 2 maps; you get to ban only.
And I'll always recycle what we said about Cyclops as well. Is that every single loss they had was 7-5, 8-6, or 7. They could well have, with an extra few rounds on their side, turn to a team that sits at the top of the table. So although it's been a very scrappy affair for them, you can't write them off as being a bad team just because they're sat in 6th place. They are arguably one of the most capable teams here.
Definitely seems to be the case. As,
help me punch some holes in this wall.
They're also one of the most experienced teams in right here for like international events. That is, of course, this is still online, but
it's like buddying up here. It's a buddy system for smashing holes in walls.
Just make them afraid. Now, would you reinforce it from the other side, just so you could put more holes into it from that side, just for the laugh, you know, just for the laughs of it? Get them a bit afraid.
Fear the holes, even though it's a reinforced wall.
I mean, you don't see that really. Like, oh, I mean, you do see it, but I mean, you could still be a bit thrown off of it if you still see the soft wall on the other side. I was going to say, who shot that? What was the default cam? What's that?
I'm not sure. So, Hooker and Billiards, where we now head to. Start out in Kitchen on the defensive side here for Guts, trying to throw Cyclops off their scent a little bit and leave them guessing as to where we were going to be playing.
So fast.
This is a nice early kill coming out. Gatto onto JJ, and that's only inside the first 45 seconds. Cool vibe still, where there is some aggression coming up, and CYCLOPS is in sight. How on earth has he managed to get in this aggressively? It's 2 kills coming out for Guts, though, in response. It's traded back by CYCLOPS.
Oh my God,
literally coming in so many head-to-heads. It's all down to CYCLOPS by himself here. That's another couple of kills on site, and although one is injured, that basically leaves us in a glorified 2 versus 2. Lily strikes double, Yura finds another, and the injured member of Gatto is going to find himself going down. That was over before it even started, and at least it's something for Guts.
It's a very quick round, but when we saw that very early kill to come in and we instantly see Suzu in the middle of the site, picking up 2 more as well, I would have expected it to go to CYCLOPS there, but it is going to be Guts Gaming that will manage to fight back, and that leaves us at a 3v5. With only 3 more rounds to go before we go towards the overtime stages. But will we reach the overtime, or will we reach a 2-0?
CAG and overtime, man. Just name a better team.
How many times did they go to overtime in the regular season?
You've got the results there, I believe. I'm stuck with paper.
I don't actually have. I've written down for the other team.
Oh, just not for
Fav.
Right, okay.
Unlucky.
Fair enough. I mean, look.
Maybe Fluke and Hand.
Next time, I'll make sure there is an apt and appropriate device I can use to give me this information. But this time round, I can't have one. I'm very sad. It's been weird going back to pen and paper, to be fair, because normally I like all the tech stuff. But now I'm just like, let's scribble down on paper. So for literally, all you're going to see me the next few days is like reading a book, going through all the results of the games we've seen so far.
Just like Milos was at the start of
the
show.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Hey, I didn't see you there.
Every time he said that during rehearsals, I couldn't help. Me and Gio just look at each other and laugh, because there's a really old like video of some kid wearing 2 spoons in his eyes, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was busy blocking out the haters." It's so funny, so funny, and I couldn't help but laugh every time he did it. Gio is now currently laughing across the studio.
Crying.
She gets
dying.
Don't do that, because she'll have to get her makeup done again if she laughs too much. She's quick to tears. For good reason. We don't make her cry. That's not a thing.
Yeah, no, we can always mention the cake.
No.
She's already crying now. Anyway, 3-5. And it is going to be CYCLOPS yet again on the attack, of course. As it's only round number 9. No overtime yet. It's going to be your... Ooh. That was a close tracing.
You're like, well, I like that my head still only has the natural intended holes in it and not the ones created by bullets.
I would agree with that. I think he's a bit scared now. He was shocked from it when he saw it go through.
The man has had such a good game, you know, to give him a little bit of luck here, and that was definitely the kind of luck he's been looking for. So, let's see how CYCLOPS fare on this attacking round. 5-3, as you can see, after that last chaotic early rush round as it came to be. Guts were the ones who prevailed and came out on top. It's more the natural clear that you see at the start of this map. Normally, regardless of wherever the site is, you tend to see a big focus in towards Penthouse and Theatre. We speak about how often when teams are defending this site, it can be easy to take. It's why you start there as well. What a great long, high vertical hold being held by Blackray to bring down Yura. I spoke about his luck running out. It has just run out in this round.
It did indeed. And I mean, this is where Buck comes in as well. You can create these openings easier with the skeleton key. And I mean, the one that he just created, the angle, you cannot really do that with the sledge. Unless you actually go into the bottom floor as well. Anyway. Opening kill is for CYCLOPS. Will it be enough, though, to get the round? Now, statistically speaking, overall, it's 70 to 80% of the rounds won. So the team who gets the opening kill is a bit of a pre-fire, or like wallbang comes through there. However, today we've seen it differently, for sure.
Cool vibes even when they're starting to push up, or at least hold on to early on. Don't want to concede any of the control that you would, well, require to be able to assault in towards these sites in the first place. On the side of CYCLOPS, got to be careful of C4s. It's a very explosive floor kind of day. The floor is lava, dare they say. In this case, it doesn't exist anymore. Still 5 alive for the side of CYCLOPS. I'm again looking at the clock, 60 seconds remaining. They've got to start looking towards this execute sometime soon. A lot of the focus seems to be on the top floor right now, getting control, opening up these vertical holes, to then try and look for a drop to go for the execute.
I mean, they need to take out Lily and Light, and as they rotate down, that issue has been resolved.
Really good.
Gives them the extra, well, control that they needed. Will not lose any gunfight, but it also means that they will have to take care of extra bodies right now on the actual side, which is going to be making it a bit harder for them to do so, as Blackray JJ right now has 30 seconds to open up as many angles as he possibly can. There's no more C4 left on JJ. You have to keep that in mind. No more C4 left on Guts Gaming, so you can be on that sensor all you want. All you're going to get from it is information. And at this stage in the round, in these last 20 seconds, you definitely want to have your gun out. Gator, who will be moving through security, will be joined by his teammate Anaton, who has that diffuser. It looks like it will be a blue bar plant, but there's still 1 or 2 members alive in that. Gatorado will be able to pick up one. The plant isn't just all out in the open right here. It's all up to JJ, but he gets a double kill. He's running out. He's getting wallbanged. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Yes, he will get another one. He wins it somehow. JJ!
Woo! Okay.
You were not supposed to win that in a 1v4, but the time ran out as he killed 3 of the members of Guts Gaming.
That's a lack of droning for you, boys. They just had no idea he was sat behind the blue bar and think, oh, you know what?
What is that blind spot even? You shouldn't be going for that.
I guess because the clock was so low, they were like, anywhere inside here, we've got the angles covered of anyone who could try and push into the room, but didn't consider if someone was still inside.
I was already inside. I want to deal with that for the next time.
Like I say, just a bit of a droning mishap there, but dare I say, after that first half and how decisive it looked for Cyclops,
there's 2 sides to siege.
There are 2 sides to siege for 1, and 2, this is looking like a map 3 is potentially on the way.
It could be.
It's not looking like a clear-cut affair anymore, and it didn't on the last map because overtime was a thing. This map is going in exactly the same direction, and I live for it because, dare I say for JJ, that was the round of this map. He had 1 on Villa in round number 2. Was this that round on this map where he comes up so huge for them that it somehow keeps the team in the game? Oh, Swish. Thank you very much. We're refreshing on the desk. Big shout-outs to you guys enjoying the event. You're definitely rocking it. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Devil horns behind the desk.
He's doing his signature move.
Yeah. That's not my signature move.
Oh,
that's my signature.
Oh, I thought you did this one. I didn't.
No, that's the rocking. That's the horns.
I just saw. I saw
like
the
guts.
pinky rock. So I was like,
that's the guts. That's rock, and that's.
Okay.
Call me.
Go.
Look at this. Look.
Got it.
Rushing 1 second on the clock. If the Buck had won that, that would have been huge. Just think if there were an extra 3 seconds on the clock there, how differently that could have ended. I mean, admittedly, he could have just sat there and been like, well, he can't see me because he's planting. I'll wait for as long as possible and then click his head.
True. They could have done that too. I'm thinking of as well, like if there was 3 seconds extra, they could have just gone the diffuser, go for the plant behind the bar, and then you know, cover the door because there's no real other place he could go. As an air jib now gets picked up by the ADS, definitely unlucky. Kag seeming to be going for a aggressive quick push, but JJ has to be careful because there goes Suzu.
Yes,
and he goes spots out the lag, and that's the entry kill yet again onto JJ this time though. No clutch coming down for him. Lily, however, has a response ready for Gator right behind the Lamborghini. Light will get taken out by Anaton as well. We're getting ourselves a very frag-heavy first minute.
A very heavy first minute, but it's a numbers advantage to Cyclops. Where have we seen this before? Oh yeah, last round, and they still managed to give it away. So let's not count the chickens until they've hatched, or in this case, diffusers until they've been planted, or rounds until they're actually on the board officially. You got Anaton holding this nice longer angle, and in fact, the plant's now starting to go down inside of service. Not too sure on the angle that was being held by Anaton a second ago, but it still enables Gatorado to find himself with a plant going down. Kitchen door was covered, and like that, Cyclops are in a wonderful position. 4 versus 1, diffuser down. I don't see there being a big clutch up this time around. 1 kill comes through to Crazy Papillon, but he's getting tagged out from inside a bathroom. Cyclops take it, and they're now at match point, match and series points, even more importantly.
They've gotten so close, so many of these rounds there, to finally get to that match and series points, but now they finally do have it, and they have 2 opportunities of closing it out, and that is what you got to keep in mind. They have 1 opportunity to mess it up, and then they need to get it down on the second one, or just do it straight away right now. All the pressure is on Guts. Guts cannot afford a single mistake right now. They came in as the top-seeded one for this matchup. People might have expected them to win, but Cyclops right now, right here, ready to take the 2-0.
They did win 2 rounds back-to-back when they started on Hookah and Billiards, and then in round number 9 as well. Round 10, as we just saw, went the wrong way. Round 11, where we're going to stake our claim, is Hookah and Billiards. So picking the right first site to try and go for that same record. But I can't imagine we're going to see Cyclops making it too easy for them.
Definitely not. Cyclops.
Is it JJ again? Can you do 2 rounds in a row?
Will JJ do it again? I mean, he got entry frag the last time around.
Breaks the fabric of the universe. He's not allowed.
Oh, Guts Gaming. Are you going to be able to close it off or at least draw it up? Or is Cyclops going to be able to get that 2-0 win? The 2-0 we expect to happen, at least majority in the desk, because we all know that there's 1 person who did not.
Hi, Gia.
You didn't see what we were doing, but
What she was doing. She was being very rude,
She was being very rude indeed.
Typical for a Londoner, really.
Yeah, I mean, nice to she doesn't say anything, just throws fingers.
No, they tut at people. That's how it happens in London. If you're disappointed with someone or annoyed, you don't say anything, you don't do anything, you just go, that's it. Do you guys tut in the Netherlands, is it a thing?
We do, yeah.
Tut.
I think it's a universal thing, isn't it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it is.
I know you can tut, but I'm like, is it a response when someone does something that you're not, it's like you're displeased with it? You guys seem too chill and too relaxed.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't happen often. But if someone really disappoints you, like
like I'm just really disappointed, easy staring at me like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
People do that. Maybe not in Haarlem, but that would be like close to the same.
No, don't worry, easy. I'll teach you how to tut later. It's fine.
No, it's like it gives me a heart. There we go.
Every time I'm clicking all the time.
Benelux power. Benelux first. You know that? No UK massive. Oh, well, you do have a lot of UK massive here.
We do. Be careful. We currently outnumber you. That is not a wise idea.
We are being outnumbered. I mean, Milos counts as Benelux first as well.
Does he?
Yes. Lived in Belgium.
Come
on, dude.
Maybe.
Come on. Anyway, 2 minutes. Have a potential last round right here, especially with a kill like that.
Too easy.
Light gets his head removed from the back. As that means the Ella will be gone. No more Scorpion to play around with, and Guts Gaming right now are on a man down and on 2 rounds down. They cannot afford to lose this one because they would be out of the tournament, Derry. I got you by your first name because we're close like that. As
okay, Hap.
98 seconds left, Derry. Let's go.
I call you by your second name because it's official.
Yeah, but
and I can't say your full second name, so Hap is just fine. As we said, not a whole lot is happening right now. It's more trying to get into position with the final 90 seconds setting the way up. That opening kill onto Light feels like a distant memory, as since then it has been peacetime on Coastline. Everyone trying to enjoy a cocktail or two and give themselves a breather until the final 60 seconds kick off. As said, it's a positional thing. There's a lot going on around Hookah right now. 3 members square up around it. Windows in control. Got balcony control too. But Crazy Papillon, he's a crazy man for sitting this close to the fire, but has a few smoke canisters left on side to delay time if he needs to. I'm looking towards Gadarada as well, pushing in towards VIP right here. Yura coming up behind him might be a key kill for them. And Lily is still hanging down towards Office.
Seeming to be aware of this right now as he's holding off on the angle, moving back outside. Yura will be having to deal with this. The angle will be watched. It seems like they're aware of the fact that someone is still playing inside of Penthouse right there. Crazy Papillon will be swapping around with the shocker, but it will be picked up by Blackray. Huge kill, second one potentially coming down. No, the down comes in. JJ just on 5 HP. Yura now coming through. The plant of Anaton will be pushing through as well. Below? Are they going to be able to go from below indeed in time? No, that doesn't seem to be the case. The C4 will be tossed in at the wrong angle. Anaton will be able to get the plant down. It's a 3-on-2 situation now. It's Yura and Lily to try and take it back. 38 seconds. We're counting down slowly. Is this going to be CYCLOPS to close it out here? As there is going to be a drone ready. They know exactly where Lily is. The rappel is coming up soon as well. He needs to go for a jump out if he wants to challenge this off. A lot of damage being done. A run out coming through. Susa picks up one. It's all up to Lily now. The time is running out slowly. He will be picked up. It's Anaton to finish it off. Who else than the man who jumps out from the window every single time? It's a GG to come through. And it's going to be CYCLOPS, Athlete, Gaming to go up to the grand finals.
CYCLOPS remind everyone they were that #1 team in the Japanese Pro League, and that, you know what, APAC North Stage 1 didn't go so well for them, but they say, you know what, we step up when it matters the most, even if it means creeping in 6th place. They have just beaten the 3rd seed. That means out of the 4 teams today, you may argue they are looking the strongest.